Fuel your game day with local flavor.
And true to form, as soon as I send it to break, our referees walk in. Our producer Kylie and I decided that without a doubt in one of our earlier games, I am certainly a curse. Here's Dang starting things off with a deep three from the top of the point. That's a way to start a half, putting the Skyhawks back on top by 12, their largest lead of the game. Florence is going to be charged with the foul down on the other end. Sending, as we just talked about, the Greyhounds' leading scorer tonight, Mario Whitley, to the line. Hopefully try to improve some of those Greyhound free throw shooting numbers. That time he gets the first one to go. I don't know that 2 of 8 is going to look much better. You need a couple of those to fall to improve the percentage by any discernible amount. There's number 2. Snaps the nylon with that. Moore's cross-court pass almost tipped away by Cooper Jackson there. Or thought about pulling the trigger on that 3 from the left elbow. Now Allen will pull it out. Johnson finds Moore at the top of the key. Allen locked up here with Downing. He'll get the switch on defense. Dang will drive from the left side. Bounce pass just past Florence's vision. That was a great pass. I'm not sure Florence was ready for it. 3 from Downing. In and out. And Moore up there to pull down the two-handed rebound. Johnson charging from the left side here, leaving for Dang, and Murillo knocks it away, saved towards the top of the key, tied up. That's going to be whistled a jump ball, and the alternating possession keeps it with Eastern New Mexico. Now it's going to turn it to the Skyhawks, excuse me. No, got it right the first time. Was confused by Coach Mass, giving Florence some instruction as he came off the court right where the ball was supposed to be triggered in. Loose ball down low, ripped away by the Skyhawks. Bradeba. Pass to Johnson on the other end, who has a shot deflected out of bounds. Boy, that was swiped so hard you could almost hear the air, the ball resonate like a drum. This is going to be lofted way out up top to Johnson, who gets some tight defense pretty quickly. Cooper Jackson is not afraid to get up there and glue himself to a ball handler. You see him having the conversation with the ref. I'm not reaching in, my arms are straight out. And it does not appear that he likes the explanation. Dang down low. Little too short. Dang wanted a call there too. Well, as my usual partner, Rico Block, likes to say, and it applies to both of those incidents, you're not going to win that argument. Rick will be joining us this season, by the way. He's on the road with his daughter. Boy, Jackson almost gets picked coming across center court. And a nice hustle play by Johnson. And now a block on the other end. Allen racing it across midcourt and then slowing things down, pulling it back a bit. Drive from Johnson before he stops his feet, gets it out to Allen and Deng. Deng finds his spot at the top of the key, misses the three strong, but he's fouled. Wow. I didn't catch who was the guilty party on that foul, but boy, what a mistake. He was out late. Deng misses the first, rattles around in and out. As I mentioned, coming back from half, the Skyhawks haven't been great from the line either. That makes them 50% on the evening at 4-8. Second one falls. Jaden Clark checking in for the Greyhounds. Now this new look Skyhawks basketball team trying to win its first game of the season and home debut as that one clanks hard off the back iron. Coast to coast, Cooper Jackson lays it in with his right hand. Trying to win their home debut and go to 1-2 on the season. Johnson cuts it loose and gets it to fall from beyond the arc. Skyhawks have a pretty significant advantage over the Greyhounds from 3 territory this evening. Into the corner here for Whitley. Drives, spins, and fades away from 8 feet. Good. He's been the leader for this Greyhounds offense so far tonight. Hey, Johnson's going to try it again. How about that? Biko buckets. Skyhawks on top by 13 in the second half on the RMAC Network.
Fuel your game day with local flavor. Home Slice Pizza, with 3 locations ready to serve. Grab a slice of the action at College Drive, North Main, and Three Springs. Or head downtown to Steamworks Brewing Company for handcrafted beers and the best pub fare in Durango. Whether you're craving pizza or craft brews, make Home Slice or Steamworks part of your game day. Locally owned, locally loved.
Mario Whitley picking up 2024 where he left off last season, stuffing the stat sheet. And now it looks like Clark being sent off to clean up maybe some blood coming out of his nose. So they'll hold play for a moment. Skyhawks likely still trying to gel with that nearly 16-man roster turnover. But we've already seen those 2 players who stuck around and redshirted last year, Hutto and Penny. We'll see another Penny brother at Denison Memorial Field tomorrow as the Skyhawks wrap up their home slate of football games, looking for their 3rd win of the season. Whitley back in there, grabs this at the top of the key, turns, and that bucket is in and out. And then the rebound just ripped away by Carmichael. Carmichael waits for Johnson. A couple big threes to start the half. Dang leaves for Carmichael. And his layup no good. Cooper leaves it in the corner for Whitley. Gets that one to go from three. Johnson across the timeline. Right side for Coleman. Dang gets it at the top of the key. Here's Earhart. Johnson's going to try it again. Why not? He's been red hot. In and out, just a tiny bit short on what would have been his third big bucket from three from almost that exact same spot. Clark again after getting a little tissue stuffed in whatever nostril was bleeding. Gets that one to fall. 15 minutes to play, and the Skyhawks' advantage is at 8. Earhart drives left side of the lane, kicks it into the corner for Johnson, fakes the three and drives. A little bit of a Euro step there as he draws some contact, and the shot falls short. Earhart tries to find him again on that right elbow, and that's the ticket. Boy, did he come out of half with those fingers smoking, they're so hot. Jackson cross-courts it over to Bird. Bird works to Clark in the corner. Clark finds Wright from the free throw line. Small fadeaway, circles out. Coleman tried to drive and then pulled it back out, and he looks like he may have pulled something. He's looking a little bit lame over there on that right side. Another three from Earhart, corner. Dang tried to clean it up, tips it towards the baseline, and out of bounds. Handful of deflections there. Was not able to be saved, despite a valiant effort from Cooper Jackson, who went leaping over the Skyhawks bench into those hard plastic bleachers. He gets up, hopping on one leg over towards that Eastern New Mexico bench, and he'll be tended to quickly. We've got a break on the court where the Skyhawks lead by 11 in Durango on the RMAC Network.
We have always been there for you. We are here for you now, and we will continue to be here for you. Durango Motor Company.
Skyhawks basketball out of the timeout as Coleman stays in there. Gets it over to True Allen, who spins from the baseline, fires an air ball up into the arms of Florence, whose putback attempt is stuffed by Murillo. Clark finds Murillo on the other side, quickly fires it out to Austin. Austin looking for a little bit of a rub from Randolph. Randolph into the lane. The floater is good. Skyhawks work it towards the top of the key. Allen down low to Dang. Dang working against Clark. Kicks it out. Yeah, Dang's going to try it from the left elbow. Off the front iron, no good. Coach Mast animated trying to get his guys back on defense, and you see why. Mo Austin taking advantage of their inability to get set in time, just slicing down the lane and laying it in with the left hand. Allen, top of the key. Tries to fire a fastball in there down low to Florence. Out of bounds along the baseline. Will stay with the Skyhawks, however. Tristan Moore checking in. Johnson back in too after a very quick breather. Inbounds to Dang, top of the key. They'll leave it for Allen, who directs from well back of the perimeter. Drives to the free throw line. Shot clock running low. He passes, I think, looking for Dang along the baseline, but it was over Dang's head, out of bounds, and the Skyhawks suffer a shot clock violation. Coleman finally out of this game, and I was watching him for a while. I'm surprised he came back in after that timeout, because he did appear to be limping. Allen directs the offense for the Greyhounds. Loses his footing as he comes in contact with Allen trying to dive down the lane. Here's Clark from three. Off the back iron, tracked down by Johnson. Johnson will fake the three, find some room to drive, tip it out to Dang, who's going to try the three from the corner. That's no good. Mo Austin rips the rebound away. Or excuse me, it was Downing who got the rebound. Austin's pass to the left side, however, was errant as he was looking for Rudolph. Rudolph headed into the corner. Austin thought he was going to stop. Timeout on the court. We'll take one from Wayland Gym in Durango, where the hometown Skyhawks lead the Greyhounds of Eastern New Mexico 46-39 with 11:21 to play on the RMAC Network.
At this time, we've got Tommy and Devin.
Skyhawks basketball on the RMAC Network, brought to you by Fresh Ideas and Perbaco on Main in downtown Durango. Skyhawks on top of their home opener this Friday evening, 46-39. They have the ball out of the timeout, where Eastern New Mexico draws up a little trap defense as the Skyhawks break it. A little bit of defensive confusion as two Greyhounds ran into each other trying to get the trap in the corner. Much more aggressive defensively, though, out of the half. Allen from three. Almost trailed with his own rebound. It was picked by Downing before he could get there, though. Here's Randolph drawing a charge. Johnson not just getting it done from deep tonight, putting his body in harm's way, but getting the call. Johnson having a good night. 4 for 6 from three-point range. How about that? 4 from 8 from the floor. That's good for 12 points. Dang leading the way in points with 13 at the moment. Bradeba gets it over to Johnson. Johnson was looking for him on a little give and go, and he just stopped. He drew a little bit of contact there as well, and that'll go against Eastern New Mexico. Allen to trigger from the baseline. As the Skyhawks find themselves on top of this contest by 7. Johnson into the lane, stops his dribble, then kicks it out. Allen will get it back in the corner, trying to spin to find some room on his drive. Errant pass, tracked down by Carmichael. Shot clock running low. Carmichael spins and gets rid of it, and it never touched the rim, so that's going to be a shot clock violation. Carmichael looked like he really wanted to find somebody to take that shot, but knew he had to get rid of it. In a hurry, and did just that. Austin across the timeline with that left-handed dribble. Knocked away from his dribble momentarily. Whitley, top of the lane, forcing a lot of contact. And he will be called for a charge. Back-to-back charges from this Eastern New Mexico offensive possessions. Cooper Jackson checks in. Jackson has been a pest on defense, and I mean that in the best way. He is guarding whoever he's locked up on really tight, making for sometimes difficult trips up the length of the court. Allen will bounce pass over to Carmichael. And it's really tight defense pretty much all over the court here in this possession, the last couple of possessions. Drew Allen crossing up from the top of the key, fires, no good. Moore will kick it back out, and the Skyhawks will reset. Johnson with his handoff, saying, let's give it another go, take a breath. He's got matched up on Murillo, drives, steps back from 3, and he's got another one. And then he stares down his own Skyhawks bench with a little machismo. Murillo, meanwhile, on the other side, down under the bucket. Gets some contact from Bradeba, which is whistled. That's the third on Bradeba this evening. And he will promptly check out. Dang back in there. This out to Whitley. Dang matched up on Whitley. Kicks it out to the corner. That 3 off that back block, no good. And lots of contact down under the bucket. Greyhounds and Skyhawks fighting for the rebounds. Biko Johnson going to be whistled for that one, and that puts the Skyhawks maybe in a precarious position with 8:53 remaining in this one, and Johnson Now with 3 personal fouls. Rio on the inbounds. Leaves it for Cooper Jackson, who finds some room. Floats one in the lane. Johnson down low, finds Carmichael, whose layup with the left hand is too strong. Nice pass. Jackson again. Tried to get a blocking foul. And it was Johnson trying to get the charge. Yeah, and that one does go against Johnson. 4th personal. He has been an absolute difference maker in this second half. Clark along the baseline off the glass. Moore across center court, gives it up for Allen. Allen finds Dang at the top of the key. Coleman will cross-court one, dangerous pass to Allen, just past the fingertips of Clark. Allen driving, got it. Jackson carries it for Eastern New Mexico. We thought about pulling the trigger from a few feet back of the perimeter. Here he finds a spot about 15 feet from the hoop that falls short. And the battle for the rebound is a jump ball. Wow. I thought initially Whitley had it before Dang got his hands on it and managed to tie it up. Timeout, it appears, on the court with the Skyhawks on top, 51-43 in this Friday night home opener from Wayland, as you listen in on the RMAC Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Skyhawks basketball on the RMAC Network, brought to you by Jimmy John's. Thanks for joining the stream and following the action along with us. Happy, of course, to have you along. Feel free to tune in for these 4 slated games tomorrow as well. That one knocked out of the hands of Coleman as Eastern New Mexico has a takeaway. Into the corner here for Jackson. Oh, Jackson just making room. He is pesky. He'll go to the line for that. Jackson has played a lot tonight. Watching 24 minutes. First one is good. That bucket gets him into double digits, 10 points on the evening. Spots low, gets set for that second one, sends it away good. He got them both. Those Eastern New Mexico free throw numbers inching upward after having a terrible first half from the charity stripe. Skyhawks lead shrinks to 6. Coleman drives from the left side. A lot of contact, a whistle. And it'll go against Coleman. Charging right into that defender under the bucket. Skyhawks showing some defensive pressure off the inbounds here. Jackson makes some space. Guarded by Coleman. Floats over to that right side, now gets it to the top of the key for Randolph. Randolph's pass outside, taken away by Coleman. Coleman will leave it for Allen, who spins, takes it back out. Floater from 8 feet is good. Randolph bouncing it to Whitley in the lane. Whitley turns and lays it in short, but he will draw a foul on this Skyhawks defense. Yeah, this one does go against Dang. Whitley hasn't been the force he was in the opening half. Skyhawks adjusting on him. Missed some time in this second half, too, from a bloody nose. Dang getting some instruction from a referee, as he's been key to do with a handful of players tonight. And Dang gives him the nod and a handshake. Okay, I gotcha. I always like seeing that personally. Whitley from the free throw line. Got that on the back end. And almost with the steal was Trayvon Bird. Knocked it away on the inbounds there. Skyhawks a little sloppy here with just a 6-point advantage. 6:17 to play. Getting a little bit of encouragement from this hometown crowd. Inbounds goes to the top of the key. Bird carrying a lot of speed. Doesn't get the layup to go, but again, it's just like watching this on repeat. Skyhawks going to be whistled for yet another foul. 6:14 is when Coach Mast apparently is comfortable getting Biko Johnson back in there with 4 fouls, as he's waiting at the scorer's table with his teammate, Bradeba. Free throw there, no good. Johnson and Bradeba managed to check in. Coach Mast trying to give some instruction. This is why we keep getting whistled under the bucket. Need you to do it this way. Second free throw is good. Johnson and Coleman. Ball handling duties for the Skyhawks. Johnson the one who brings it across. From the front of the center circle, lofts it to Dang. Dang fires one out. Earhart in the corner, driving, has it knocked away and off of his foot. Skyhawks lucky to keep possession of it. lot of instruction being yelled out by the New Mexico coaching staff. Greyhounds apparently out of the 575 area code, if you're to read into the graphic on the front of their warm-up shirt. Johnson just sends it out towards the top of the key for Dang. Dang drives right side. Again hasn't knocked away. I thought it went off of Dang's foot. And that's what one ref says. The other one's not sure. Yeah, they'll stick with that. Skyhawks playing a little tight here these last couple minutes. Still on top of the visiting Greyhounds, 53-48. Clock now under 6 minutes to play. Quick break to get the court dried off. And the inbounds to Jackson. Coleman trying to give Jackson a taste of his own medicine. That pesky, tight defense he's delivered down the court all night long. Bird bounces it over to Downing, who will drive. Floater from the left side, too strong. Earhart away with the rebound. Oh, Johnson thought about pulling the trigger on a deep three. Instead, he drives it in and pulls up from 14 feet, gets it to go. Well, that's why you want him out there despite the foul trouble. He has been so valuable for the Skyhawks tonight. Whitley will cross-court it. Three from the corner, no good, off the front iron. Dang gets up there to pull the rebound down. Whitley very slow to get up, so the Skyhawks have a one-man advantage, and they still throw it away. Turnover. Jackson from deep. Can't get that to go. Again, Dang away with the rebound. Greyhounds just can't get the three ball to fall tonight. Johnson harassed from behind by Jackson. They're letting some of that little ticky-tack stuff go. Johnson swings it over to Earhart, who fires from three, gets it to go. Well, we have seen some big buckets in the right times over the course of the day for the Skyhawks, men's and women's team. Another three from Clark, rattles and bounces out. And again, Dang's there to clean up the trash. Johnson was trying to get open under Jackson. Instead, Earhart's going to pull up from that same corner where Johnson just hit and gets it to go. Skyhawks with a 12-point advantage, and the Greyhounds want to stop the bleeding. Big cheer from this hometown crowd in Durango as the Skyhawks reach the 60 mark and lead by 12 on the RMAC network. Skyhawks on a run with 3:44 to play at Wayland Gymnasium on the campus of Fort Lewis College. 60-48 after some big buckets. Skyhawks basketball on the RMAC Network, brought to you by the Strader Hotel. Mo Austin circles the court, gets it to Jackson in the corner. Jackson finds Clark, who drives. Doesn't get the first one to go, but the follow-up is good. And you wonder if Fort Lewis got those defensive issues under the bucket cleaned up as far as what the refs want to see, because there was a lot of instruction and questions on that in the break. And that was a very similar play we just saw on Eastern New Mexico's bucket. A lot of contact on that takeaway. Down the court, Bird can't get it to go, and True Allen takes it across for the Skyhawks. Cooper Jackson and Bo Johnson really got tied up pretty violently on that last possession. That three does not find iron from Cassius Carmichael. Clock now trickles under 3 minutes to play. Austin will cross center court with the ball for the Greyhounds. Gets it right back and was a little too sped up. He's called for a travel. Seconds came off the clock in that possession. Inbounds to Carmichael. Carmichael led Allen a little too much on that pass. Allen managed to save it from going out. And they'll find Earhart in the corner. Coach Mass doesn't like what he sees. He's fed up. He wants to talk it over. We'll take a break. 2:33 to play in this one. Skyhawks holding a 10-point advantage on the RMAC Network. Final couple minutes of this one on the RMAC Network as the Skyhawks try to hold off the Eastern New Mexico University Greyhounds, leading the way by 10. Double digits the advantage. It sits at 60-50. Happy to have you along on this ride. Brought to you by Bank of the San Juans on the RMAC Network. Boy, it has been a long one. Marathon day. 4 basketball games today. Inbounds to Johnson in the right corner. Boy, he is going toe-to-toe with Mo Austin. Neither one giving an inch of ground. And finally, the call will come against Austin. You can only let so much of that go. It's been a pretty physical game. This Greyhound squad plays with a lot of energy. Team that has a culture of playing fast, getting out and running. Johnson again from the free throw line, gets it to go. Last year this team had 18 fast break points. They averaged 18 fast break points a game. Jackson gets the charge call against him. He has been on the line all day. He's one of those guys that you hate if you're playing against him, and if you're his teammate, you love him. He will check out of the game here with 2:04. Plays the game in a way that puts a smile on your face. Greyhounds almost looked like they were about to try to trap Earhart in the corner as he came across, so instead he gets it over to Allen. At this point, it's a game of time for the Skyhawks, and Allen is going to squeeze as much out of this clock as he can. Gets Bird to inch up close to him and then drives into Bird to draw the foul. That's the kind of experience you expect from a fifth-year player that came over with coach. In his first season in a Skyhawks uniform. Melted some time off the clock there. He'll set and fire the left-handed free throw in. Chance to make this a 14-point ball game. The Skyhawks not just chasing their first win of the season, but they're also chasing Coach Mast's first career win as a Skyhawk head coach. Saw that already on the women's side tonight. That'd be fun to double up. Downing with the three is short. Boy, Dang with a violent rebound, getting up in front of the bucket, ripping that one down. Johnson brings it across for the Skyhawks with 1:23 to play. Crowd emptying a touch here at Wayland Gymnasium. A try from three again. He's been red hot from there. To be quite frank, he needed to go a little bit deeper if his previous threes were any indication. Austin goes coast to coast with that left-handed lay-in. 64 seconds remain. Skyhawks lead by 12 on the RMAC network. Well, all the Skyhawks have to do to pick up their first win of this 24-25 campaign is salt away now 62 seconds of clock as Jackson back in this game off the timeout, getting in the way of that inbounds pass from the Skyhawks. Johnson will send it way down court to Earhart. Earhart leaves it for Dang. Gets blocked the first time, but he recovers to get the second one in. Johnson takes it across, gets it to Bird. Bird trying to shake his defender as he drives down the right side of the lane, draws some contact, and a whistle will go against the Skyhawks. Foul against Moore. Coach trying to get some of his players back for some instruction as the free throws are away for Bird, who sends the first one too strong. And initially the whole team thought they were being called back. That, of course, not allowed. And rather hilariously, Mario Whitley got in on the instruction. Coach Mast with a big smile on his face. Says, I'm going to hear what you're telling your guys, Coach. Drew Allen across the timeline. Gets to the free throw line and then pulls it back. Still harassed by Jackson. Draws some contact. And Pico Johnson with a garbage shot after the whistle had blown. Tries it from half court in the corner Rattles at home. It will not count, but boy, does it give these fans something to cheer about. See, I was right. He should have tried that last one from deeper. I'm sure his teammates have seen that in practice a time or two. It's too bad the folks who were chosen to compete in the layup, free throw, three-point half-court competition couldn't have a guest shot from Johnson. Allen's free throw rattles in and out, no good. Austin again forcing the pace. Gets it over to Bird, who's going to try to drive from the right side, up and in. Now at 29 seconds to play, Johnson and Austin. Lofted pass to Earhart. Moore pulls it back. This one, just about a formality in Durango. Johnson, who's this team's leading scorer, will dribble it out. 3, 2, 1. And that'll probably go down as a steal in the stat sheet, as Austin got in the way of that lofted pass just before time expired, but it doesn't matter, as that's just a formality. And the Skyhawks get their first win of the season.